What's going on, Chimeras? Tyr here, welcoming you back to another episode of SoVerse Explained. It's been a bit, but we're diving right back in because, in all honesty, there's a lot of lore to talk about. Last time, we unraveled the mysteries of Phenosapiens, the SoVerse's superpower population. But Phenosapiens aren't the only players in this cosmic saga. Today, we're delving into another captivating group, the Magi, the SoVerse's Arcane. Prepare to learn where they came from, the Arcane families, various arcane powers and abilities, the intricate arcane structure in the SoVerse, and the captivating arcane history. But first, a massive shout out to all our patrons. And if you're eager to witness the magic behind our comics as well as join the community, chat with fellow Chimeras, or receive monthly digital or physical comics, depending on your tier, join the Chimera Kingdom on Patreon. If Patreon isn't your vibe, help us grow by giving us a like, subscribing, and sharing. We appreciate all your support, no matter the method. Now, kick back and enjoy this episode of SoVerse Explained as I bring you into our universe just a little more. Unlike Phenosapiens, naming these magical beings was a breeze. I went with the Magi, or the Arcane, keeping it simple. Next came the fun stuff, assigning them a scientific name. And yeah, they have one too. It's Zenith Homo sapiens Magi. Then came the even more fascinating task of unraveling their history. I didn't want them just existing, so I delved into the lore I already had in the SoVerse, as well as lore from the real world, creating new elements to enrich their foundation. In the SoVerse, the Arcane have been around for ages, practically since the dawn of civilization. And while their background remains a secret from non-Arcane denizens, the Magi meticulously documented their origins, records dating well over 150,000 years. According to these ancient records, the Magi were birthed when celestials descended to Earth, teaching humanity essential skills. This shift sparked an intellectual surge, fostering advancements in various fields. Yet, this transformative shift also wiped out parallel species of Homo sapiens. One skill bestowed upon the Magi was the ability to harness ley lines, illuminated rivers of life force coursing through the planet like blood through veins. Initially, these newfound abilities were wielded for the betterment of humanity, but as with any power, both benevolence and malevolence emerged, leading to a war between two major civilizations at the time, Atlantis and Lemuria, a conflict later dubbed the Arcane War. Time out. If you want to hear more about the war between Lemuria and Atlantis, do me a favor and thump that like button and comment, tell me a SoVerse story, and I'll get that cooking for you. Alright, let's get back to it. The Arcane originated in Africa with humanity, with some families still residing there. Yet, like humanity, those practicing the arcane arts spread across the globe, including the major population centers mentioned earlier. Apart from the war between Atlantis and Lemuria, other skirmishes among the Magi led to separations. After the Arcane War, 13 families ascended to rulership, uniting the dispersed Magi and grouping those with similar powers into families. They veiled the arcane arts from non-Magi, creating myths and legends, concealing true manipulation of the ley lines. The arcane world boasts a plethora of magical abilities, from elemental control to mind manipulation, but with great power comes balance. And that balance comes with usage. Different individuals have different magical containers allowing for their power levels. Magi are always told to tread safely, ensuring that they never overuse. So, to play in the arcane realm, you have to abide by the cast you're already set in. These abilities can manipulate elements, minds, time and space, blood, fate, and more. But to give you an idea of some magics within the 13 families, as well as one of the most dangerous magical organizations, I'll give you a brief. But your assignment is to delve into the comics and explore the Magi, with many already introduced and many more to come. Now, let's explore the magic. In the vast arcane realm, many families exist, but 13 hold sway over the entire structure. And as mentioned before, these families rose to power at the conclusion of the Arcane War. Post-war, Atlantis and Lemuria ceased to exist. The world, both arcane and normal, plunged into disarray, with much of it submerged underwater, a tide that eventually receded. But when the waters settled, humanity hunted those magical abilities. Many Magi fell victim, prompting the rise of the 13 families and the eradication of magical evidence from the Earth's surface. Both actions aimed to minimize human collateral, as the Arcane were responsible for the world's current state. Their choice was to hide in plain sight. After all, they were all human. In their concealment, magic was only used behind the veil, simultaneously erasing magic from existence, as the 13 families polluted any information on magic, from where it came, who and what it presented, down to the last Magi killed. All other information spread the narrative that magic wasn't a gift, but a weapon meant to sow destruction among humanity. Once the world calmed down, the 13 families began placing members. The ideal was to group members with similar abilities. These 13 families include Soul Arcane, which involves gripping the very essence of beings, a power deemed the deadliest. This arcane art latches onto souls, corrupting its wielder. Yet, its potency manifests in creating dualities, particularly when intertwining with Phenosapiens. Blood Arcane, a rare and elusive class. Blood Arcane shelters a solitary user who vanished post-meeting with the families, shrouding itself in myth and legend, with no concrete evidence beyond written accounts. The true nature of Blood Arcane remains an enigma, a mysterious fusion of Phenosapien or Arcane, veiled in uncertainty. Fairy Arcane, endowed with the ability to harness the magic of fairies and daemons, Fairy Arcane individuals draw upon the enchantment of the Feylands. Seeking assistance when required, they establish a mystical connection, intertwining their powers with their ethereal realms. These practitioners become conduits of otherworldly energies, seamlessly blending the arcane and the enchanting. Elemental Arcane command the very fabric of life's elements, wielding a potent force that some perceive as destructive and powerful. Within their grasp lies the ability to shape and manipulate the fundamental building blocks of existence, becoming forces of nature capable of both creation and devastation. Domain Arcane grants dominion over a designated area, offering unparalleled control. Beyond mere illusion, users shape reality within their domain. They manipulate senses and minds, conjuring illusions so convincing that they rival the very screen you gaze upon. A mastery that transcends perception, blurring the lines between reality and the conjured. Enchanter Arcane lies in fortification, enhancing those in their very vicinity or themselves. Strength and vulnerability, heightened intelligence, speed, all become malleable under their skilled touch. This arcane craft extends beyond individuals, augmenting weapons and tools, creating a formidable aura of heightened potential. Diviner Arcane transcends the notion of borrowing divine powers. It's a pure connection. Magi in this family must be chosen by gods to wield their abilities, creating a sacred relationship devoid of possession, where the god or Magi, the shared ability, remains untainted. Jinn Arcane encompasses teachings, inheritance, or marital seals, utilizing Jinn as their power source. While rare, some are chosen by Jinn, potentially with nefarious motives, enabling them to summon Jinn back to the human realm. Tasked with safeguarding against Jinn threats, this family plays a crucial role in protecting the SoVerse. Space and Time Arcane manipulates realities with control over space and time, whether moving forward or backward. They shape these dimensions at will. Additionally, their heightened perception allows them to see through all, enhancing their mastery over the fundamental fabric of the SoVerse. Psionic Arcane, mastering mind control through the harmonious dance of mental, physical, and sonic vibrations. Silent yet powerful, psionic mages become conductors of the unseen, weaving thoughts into a tapestry of control that transcends ordinary arcane boundaries. Envision a mage who conducts symphonies of thought, shaping destinies with artistic manipulation. Ancestral Arcane. These pioneers of diverse magical arts delve into multiple magic types. As the inaugural Magi family, they bring together a rich tapestry of arcane traditions, weaving a legacy that encompasses a spectrum of mystical abilities within the vast legend of the SoVerse. Celestial Arcane possesses the rare gift to adopt the abilities of gods, with the capacity to even challenge and eliminate deities. frequently possessed by gods or becoming divine vessels themselves, these Magi wield powers equivalent to those they confront, shaping the cosmic balance within the SoVerse, additionally making them abominations to the diviner Arcane family. Tech Arcane evolves with technological leaps, adapting seamlessly to changing times. Originally present since the dawn of civilization, it morphs to match any technological era, mastering everything from ancient pulleys to modern wires and electricity. This adaptable arcane skill remains a formidable force throughout the ages of the SoVerse. Out of the 13 families, it is the diviner arcane family of the Yamamotos from Japan who reigns supreme. Previously, it was the Soul Arcane family, the Kalus of Nigeria, but out of fear of their ability and how many dualities they created, which is Magi and Pheno engagements creating children with both abilities, the Soul Arcane families were disbanded and many were killed or went into hiding to ensure that they wouldn't misbalance the arcane world. Additionally, the Yamamotos are also the top ninja family since the destabilization and eradication of the Tsukino clan. The presentation of arcane families isn't to say Magi can't use any other magic. They can. And these Magi that have multiple family arcane control are known as battle mages. Well, the ones that have been pulled into the ranks of the arcane military. Some teach themselves, which can be dangerous as their vessel may not be strong enough to carry multiple familial arcanes. Okay, sorry y'all, second time out. If you're intrigued by battle mages or a specific battle mage from the comics so far, comment battle mage and I'll work on that SoVerse story too. All right, back to it. All arcane can do simple magic casting, which is basic magic, defense, binding, attacks, healing, buffs. This allows a mage to fight without having to drain their familial magic. Magic casting has to be learned. It isn't innate. And because of that, a lot of Magi go without learning it. There are different levels to it, and a mage can become incredibly strong just by using it. Many battle mages practice magic casting. Honestly, all of them do, which is what puts them higher than a lot of other arcane families. In the SoVerse, characters that are arcane tend to excel in certain categories, but their familial arcane is what leads through their placement in specific magical families. If you made it this far, thanks for hanging out with me, Chimera. If this has piqued your interest and you want to know more, thump that like button and give us a follow so you can learn more about the SoVerse as more lore videos drop. If your interest wasn't piqued, share it with someone you know who dig it. Also, check out our comics either through our website in our link bio or on our Patreon. Take it easy, Chimeras. Thank you for joining me for another episode of SoVerse Explained, and I'll see you soon.